return, it's Bishop. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Trojans offense will take the field first. And we get our first look at Dylan Edwards. This guy's one of the best running backs in all of college football, and he'll get the rock in this one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks, that always seem to have really good running backs. And how nice is it, David, as an offense, year in, year out? You know, there's somebody you can turn around, hand the football off to, and you can get explosive plays. And I think it's no different with this offense this year based on who they've got in the backfield.
Well, it's just kind of crazy thinking about the list of guys and how they've developed them so well over the years. And it just adds on each other. When you start walking through their facility, it's like, holy cow, he played here, and him, and him, and him. And so just having that guy at that spot, it settles everything down in an offense. And it also makes you have some swag, too, because we got a dude at the running back spot that will make plays.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Taylor wants to throw it. Williams got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Trojans send out the punt unit. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Cornhuskers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that being there as a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Run ends there.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more picked off. A turnover in their own end. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it in his belly. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
This offense is so good. Man,
and it's blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Follows his blocks. It's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Give to the running back. Drag down.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Let's go defensively now.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Off play action. Moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a short gain. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Tough run here. It's Miller. There he goes. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Trojans are threatening on first and goal. Pulls it on the option. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Out wide left, it's Bowman. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Taylor wants to throw. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good. Still down by 6. With the catch, it's Mills.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Trojan sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game.
He's going to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sells to fake. He's not afraid to go deep. Left side is Coleman Williams. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Trojans come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The give is to Miller. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He'll move the tight end. Taylor wants to throw it. Rushes on. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He's got it at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, USC! Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. First play of this drive. Got his man. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Nelson. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Timed him perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw again. Unloads in the nick of time.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Punt is on its way. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Number 48 set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Could not make his way to the corner. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Look out! A strike downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Hits inside, it's Miller. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Taylor wants to throw. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Turning it on. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Got enough space. Touchdown, Trojans. They take the lead here in the second half. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes a catch. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Long way to go on second down. They'll go to the counter. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Trying to take it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. Miller with the ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Selling the fake. They're all over it. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guy.
Throws it deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. From the gun, running back gets to give. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Caught, it's Nelson. Breaks into the open. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defended.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Out wide left, it's Mills. Snags it and he's open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On target. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on them.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Quarterback changing the play. Needs it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Lucky to get it off.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Left side is Bishop. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get...
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
Man, we... That's so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted to stop the threat. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but a nifty move to pick up 9 on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Taylor wants to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. On third down, he drops to throw. He tries to take the top off. He's got it on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got a man, it's Bishop. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
2nd and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. The play fake. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. A bold call when it works, reckless when it doesn't, but the play action pass will put this one in the books. The Trojans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. This offense, they were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Takes it the other way. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Taylor wants to throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And he'll just take a knee, and this